I wanted to give another update about the online retro IDE, and part of this is just so that I have something to refer to when I talk about it, and I can embed it in the blog and I can share it with people. But also it's good to see the progress and get more eyes on it and get more people using it so that it can improve. I can get feedback and all the financial and time investment pays off. So the first one I want to mention is TRSE is now available on pretty much the majority of the platforms. And so you can see there's just one example on the VIC-20, and that is because it's been really difficult to get the VIC-20 to work because most people now developing retro stuff for the VIC-20, most current developers for an expanded VIC-20, very rarely do you see anything for the unexpanded. But a lot of the basic code out there historically was for the unexpanded VIC-20. So VIC-20 has had a lot of work recently. Hopefully it works now. The other big change is if you go to new program, it's a bit more helpful to explain the different compilers or languages and how to get started with those. So if I put in test here, it'll give it a basic extension, an ASM extension, C extension, or whatever. And then, for example, if I choose UG Basic, it'll then say, okay, these are the examples we've got. XC Basic, these are the examples we've got. And so you can work from an existing template. Now, this is your copy. You can do whatever you want with it, delete it if you want to. Some people have been worried saying, oh, I've changed your code. I hope that's okay. This is your copy of the code. And if you do something to it, you're not losing anything on the original because you can just revert to the original and it'll set it back if you're working with one of my examples. And if you do create a new program, say I do test, and I'll do it as a test TRSE, it'll use a template. It'll use some boilerplate that you can then change, and you'll see it appears here as a local file, and that's yours to change. And this is the compile, the build and run button, not to be confused with pause and play button. It's another thing that I need to figure out because that's another area people get confused. And you'll notice this is a new thing as well, the documentation tab. It'll take you to my documentation website, and it's searchable as well. So in TRSE, you can say, let's see, we can search as well. So what platforms is there? Well, it's quite different from when I last announced it. We still have games consoles here, but we've got a couple of new ones. We've got the Super NES and the Mega Drive. They're not fully fleshed out yet. It was another pain to get them working, but they do work. So we've got the NES here. But on the computer side, quite a fair bit has changed. We've now got 16 bits here as well. So we've got the Atari ST. This is an example of coding in C. Got STOS. Anybody remember STOS? That's the game creator, which I absolutely loved when I was in my teens. Again, we've got TRSE. Got a whole bunch of TRSE tutorials. They're taken from the repo. And I'm mainly adding to it with C language stuff. And so this is my cross-platform roguelike, which I'll be sharing a lot about. And I should show Amiga as well, just to not show favoritism. Again, the Amiga was a bit of a pain, and some examples need Kickstart, others can use the open source AROS. I'd like to only use the open source stuff just to not be infringing, but right now it has to use Kickstart for some of it. So this is the cross-platform roguelike running on the Amiga, and obviously text mode as yet. All those embellishments will come later. So the Amstrad CPC 6128 is a new one. 800XL on the Atari BASIC we had before. We've got BBC Micro and Master. We've got C128, that's quite new. +4, as I was talking about right at the start, we've got the expanded VIC-20. We've got the Dragon 32 and its sister computer, the CoCo. And it says CoCo 2, it's actually CoCo 3, I think, for most of the examples. Again, the roguelike. We've got MSX and MSX2, which is a system that I knew very little about when it was back in the day, other than at the back of the Computer and Video Games magazine. I think it was a guy called Tony Takushi or something like that. He would write about the MSX. We've got my own BASIC, RGC BASIC, which is coming along. And a few people have asked, where did the Rogue game disappear to? Well, it's still here. The original Rogue is in games, if you want to play it. So if you want to compare my roguelike to the original, there you go. And we've still got DOSBox, Turbo C, Turbo Pascal, etc. And we've got the ZX Spectrum. And the ZX Spectrum has got C, it's got assembler, it's got TRSE, it's got UG BASIC. And the actual BASIC on here, instead of it being the original ZX BASIC, is Boriel BASIC. So it's actually compiled. So it's a little bit faster. So that's the Spectrum version of the roguelike. So the last thing I want to show you is what I've been working on, which is the cross-platform space battle game, which is not infringing on any IP at all. And right now what I'm trying to do is to get it to fit into memory and fit into 32 columns for the Spectrum. And this is going to be available for a lot of systems. The one that I'm really struggling with right now is the BBC. I'm having more trouble getting it to fit into the BBC than the expanded VIC-20 with less RAM. But yeah, it's the typical classic space battles game. Where you have to fight bad guys. In their spaceships with your phasers and your torpedoes. Ah, I missed. I've not got my fields up, I've just realised. There, got him. Yeah, blowing him up. I'm trying to fit it into 32 columns so you can see it's a bit of a mess right now. But that's going to be coming out soon, along with the first version of the retro roguelike. So I hope you enjoy that, and it's all free. I'm hoping to keep it free forever, and you don't have to use the built-in emulators. You can actually download like the TAP file in Spectrum or the disk, and got lots of platforms to go out. So that's the Commodore 64 right now in Petsky. So I hope you enjoy it, and please try it out. It's ide.retrogamecoders.com, and I'd love for you to let me know how things are on there. And we've got a Discord now on the Retro Software Discord. I'll leave a link to that in the description.